one.
Yeah, and the dude kicked out. Damn it, what was his name? At DreamHack. It was a big one. The one everyone loves.
I'm not remembering what you're saying. And since you
Damn it.
cannot finish your story, we might just jump right into the pick and bans here. Pick and bans.
Oh, and
Into the Xing out screen. And it's Druid versus Miracle Rogue, where I would say Druid has a slight advantage since you have a Druid of the Claw, you have Harvest Golems, Yetis, 2 Defenders of Argus often. So you quite have a lot of stuff to actually, survive here. And Timo, some music, please. I mean, the standard doodaloo we're throwing in.
wow. Shots fired.
Or keys fired. And we see a white growth for Kaldi here. And the Oud has some average starting hand. But it's cool to see here, white growth. He could, if he wants to, coin out white growth. Next turn already play Harvest Golem. And your enemy only has a Backstab, a Shiv, Sap, and Gazgita and Auctioneer. That's quite a good hand. I mean, you can do a lot with it. You can just Backstab, Hero Ability, Shiv. Next turn, you could instantly kill Harvest Golem. Well, you can't.
Because
he used it.
Yeah.
But Harvest Golem incoming, I would say. And then
not much.
You can kill it once, but you cannot you cannot kill it instantly since you used your Shiv already. But you couldn't predict that coming. And that wasn't meant mocking. That was just meant you couldn't predict it. And we see a Sinister Strike, and this is super amazing. If you see a Sinister Strike, what is that going to be for a rogue? That's going to be Maligos rogue. But why else should there be Sinister Strike? You want to play Maligos and get +5 spell damage on those Sinister Strikes, and that's going to be 8 damage Sinister Strikes.
Boom to the face. And he also plays 2 Blade Flurries.
Why that was a Fan of Knives and not a Blade Flurry he played?
I know.
You saw 2 Blade Flurries?
Yes.
Okay.
When he was
redrawing his cards, Mulligan.
He had 2 Blade Flurries.
I accept that you saw him, and I believe you. What does Kaldi want to do now? Well, maximum damage incoming. He needs to nuke the Oud's face. But I wouldn't have swiped here, because you badly need your swipe for that Auctioneer, and he will actually grief for doing that. You see already 2 Blade Flurries here. But you want to play those 2 Blade Flurries because Maligos Blade Flurry with a normal blade without poison is already 6 damage. It's like, what the fuck? I'm just gonna burn your brain out.
So much damage with Maligos.
Cat form down to 18. And you really want to charge down. You want to transform your ramp slow play druid into, well, some charged down instant kill druid. That's your secret plan, I would say.
Do you think he's gonna eviscerate the Druid of the Claw?
Absolutely. Get rid of it. Next turn, play your Auctioneer. And that preparation would be so good 1 turn earlier. You could have just played Auctioneer preparation and kill that minion instantly. Now he's kind of screwed, since if he plays Auctioneer, there's a minion standing in his way, like an Azure Drake. It's annoying. But the most thing, this is what we always say. On this level of play, if you play one thing wrong, like using your swipe last turn unnecessarily, that could lose you the game. Next turn, we will probably see an Auctioneer preparation sap on whatever Kaldi plays here. And if he's not getting a swipe, he's in deep, deep trouble.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Oud is low already. He's down to 18 HP. And the Oud, really, really needs his Malagos.
Absolutely, but he's just gonna go sap, and he can also throw out Sinister Strike since he still has the mana and he wants to draw those cards. And you could have prevented all this, well, not prevented all this from happening, but next turn you could play your your swipe. I don't see a swipe in his hand at the moment. He really needs a Raz or something with an Azure Drake, for example, but he doesn't have anything to deal with the Auctioneer instantly. More and more card draw I see incoming.
Do you think he's gonna play the Ancient? Yeah. Looks like it.
It's the wisest choice here, getting the biggest minion out you have in your deck, 5/10. Just standing around being annoying. Second Auctioneer into Sinister Strike again, but you don't want to waste
Think
your
so?
Sinister Strike
Nah,
so
not
early.
both. Like you want to keep at least one. Question is he going for Blade Flurry?
Blade Flurry, just to
Just
draw
to
cards.
draw 2 cards if he plays another Auctioneer.
Oh, it's an okay move here to perform.
Oh, really?
He's valuing those Blade Flurries really high. Oh, that's good.
Wow.
He can draw a lot of cards. But I still agree with you. I would have gone for the Blade Flurry. It wouldn't change anything. This is what you really don't want to happen. I'm just saying, if this happens, you're gonna be sad. Oh, Innervate. It is good. He can Faceless Manipulator, Innervate Azure Drake, for example. That would just be card draw for free. 2. Or he just plays Ragnaros. What do you say? Ragnaros? Just hope he kills both Auctioneers?
Yeah. I would play Ragnaros now.
It's okay, since you saw one Sep going down, and Rogue always has a problem to deal with extreme healthy and beefy minions.
The problem is if he has another Zap.
If he has another Sap, you did at least 8 damage, he's down to 10.
Well, or one of his Auctioneers dies.
Or one of his
Or
Auctioneers
both,
dies.
basically, because you're gonna trade with one either way.
Exactly. What are you going to do, Kaldi? Even as he played his swipe wrong, in our opinion, he can still, well, not still, he has the control over the game, and there is incoming, maybe Ragnaros, and if he hits a phase, you could just go Ragnaros and hit for 5 the phase, maybe bring him down to 13, bring him down to 5 with this Ragnaros, if he really wants to, like some crazy, I'm just gonna kill you play.
Nah, that would be super risky.
That would be super risky, but he has so many cards to still win. There's Druid of the Claw charged up together with Zero ability. There's maybe one Force of Nature. There's maybe even a Starfire. I saw Starfires, but that's crazy. That's crazy. No, not.
Ooh, Auctioneer's gone. So there goes your card draw.
Now the Oud is kind of screwed. Lame Selnus is good. Main problem here is you want to play Selnus, Eviscerate, for example. But what are you going to follow up with? Or Earthen Ring, Farseer, Eviscerate, Advent Van Cleave 6/6? Possible plays. But then Ragnaros hits your Van Cleave. Super annoying.
Well, doesn't matter. He's gonna have 2 Ragnaros anyways.
You could also play Selnus, Blade Flurry, Fan of Knives, and the 5/4 dies, and Ragnaros has only 4 HP. That's the one play, being not beautiful, but clearing the board, kinda. I guess he's going to Blade Flurry here. Well, after he started that move, he needs to Blade Flurry now.
Yep.
To do those safe 2 damage. He cannot wait for next turn to maybe do those.
Well, it's kind of meh because now there are 2 Ragnaros.
Absolutely, super not cool. But you cannot predict 2 Ragnaros from incoming, I would say. Oh, you can, but when is this going to happen?
No.
Big Game Hunter. Big question is kill Kill Selnus with hero ability, do
Yes.
16 damage.
Of course. What else are you gonna do?
Or you could just innervate out in Azure Drake if he wants to,
Nah.
just to draw some stuff.
It's way better to use your hero ability.
I'm just saying what he could do, not what he should do. So there are several plays he could play. He could copy his Ragnaros, innervate out Karin, innervate out Black Knight, innervate out Azure Drake. Most likely he will do what you said, just copy and
Hero ability.
kill him to do 16 damage in his face, bring him down to 2, and I do not see how he wants to come back from that. It's not impossible, it's just I don't see it. He could draw...
I think it's pretty much impossible.
Well, if he draws Azure Drake, Deadly Poison, weapons up. Azure Drake, weapons up, Deadly Poison. Not enough mana to...
Not enough mana.
He would need to draw... You know, need to draw Deadly Poison now and draw Preparation with his Azure Drake. But he's not going to play Preparations. Yeah.
I think it's over.
Now, with 2 Eviscerates, he could come back. Did he use one already? He used one already.
Did he?
For a minion. To kill the one Druid of the Claw.
True. Yeah, I remember now.
So, Kaldi, is your PC broken? Bro? Bro man, is Kaldi's PC broken? He's trolling us, obviously. The thing is, you see the screen, and a lot of people, they start clicking around, moving the mouse, everything, and Kaldi's mouse just didn't move for 2 minutes or so, and it was like, maybe he went for the toilet, and then he came back.
No,
And
boom.
and finally clicked something.
Double Ragnaros all the way. Pew, pew, pew.
Down to 2, and it looks like the Ood will die here to double Ragnaros.
Yep.
This is exactly what you not want to happen. There's the deadly poison I was talking about.
What to do? Still
If
can't-
he deadly poisons, Blade
he can
Flurries,
clear the board.
there's 1 mana missing. Even if he plays Azure Drake, Eviscerate, he wants to play an Eviscerate.
Okay, Eviscerate is one.
Heal himself up, for example, Eviscerate, SI7 agent. I would make him survive a turn, probably.
Nah, he can't survive. Oh, well, he can. Potentially.
If Ragnaros hits
50-50.
one of the minions he
No,
plays,
it's not 50-50. It's 33% that he dies.
yeah, that's chances you could take.
Yeah, he has to take.
You could just play double heal minion,
Doesn't matter.
Eviscerate. That's what I would do here. Double heal minion, Eviscerate. Doesn't matter. You could also play heal minion as a 7 agent, but you don't need to.
Double heal makes more sense because it would protect you from another druid.
Yeah, you're safer from stuff. So double heal minion, Eviscerate is kinda the only thing you can do to kill. You cannot kill both Ragnaros. Like what you in theory want to do, and you need 10 mana for it, is Azure Drake, weapon up, deadly poison, blade flurry, but you need 10 mana for it. Sadly, we're at 9. And even though if you do that turn, you could die to Keeper of the Grove, you could die to Swipe, Druid of the Claw, even normal Claw. You could die to so many stuff.
What to do?
See, he's giving us at least, he's thinking, the Ood, he's moving his mouse, so we know he's here. He's actually a real person acting, being alive.
No robot.
He still survives here if he plays Eviscerate on the left one, or the right one, and for example throws out a minion. He could survive 1 more turn here, but I see him dead. And what is Kaldi top decking? A Blood Mage. Oh, that hurts. I would definitely play my Zodrak now and hope for
Swipe.
or Raz already enough. If he Razes the Azure Drake and hero ability Z2-1, he would win. Because Ragnaros goes straight for the face. But he needs a Raz or a swipe.
He can't. Yeah, well, you can. Never mind. I was thinking about Solnus.
Go,
Yeah,
go,
go
Azure
Azure
Drake.
Drake. You can even just draw a keeper.
Yeah,
Kill him.
you can draw several cards. There's 3 cards that would win him the game.
2 keeper, 1 Druid of the Claw, 1 swipe left.
And 2 Raz. As I stated here, that Raz incoming.
GG.
He kills the Azure Drake, armors up, or Druid abilities up. Kills that minion and... Well, it goes in overall, that's 3-0 for the White Rose. But still, Hunter with Sunshine could win against the Ramp Druid if you draw the right cards. We will just see it instantly dropping here into the game. It's late, not so many words here. And it's Sunshine Hunter versus the Druid we saw just a few seconds ago.
And it looks like a pretty standard version so far. Like no arcane shots yet, no bows, no secrets.
I would expect the absolute standard Sunshine Hunter, but we might get surprised. 1 explosive trap already to be seen. That's not standard.
Nope.
Not 100% standard, I would say.
Sunshine's obviously playing without traps. Like
Yeah, the
one
first
we're
first
used to.
version of Sunshine Hunter is playing without any traps. But after the DreamHack, we saw some versions upcoming with explosive trap, with 1 bow. So you're playing actually one eagle horn bow to kill a minion and then deadly shot to get some more control over the game, or even more control than you already have with deadly shots. And the Oud, no, not the Oud, Kaldi is thinking here, keeping Keeper of the Grove or not. I think it's a really potent minion. If your enemy drops an animal companion turn 3, and you can turn 4 play Keeper and kill, for example, Huffer. Super
it's the
strong.
only thing you can kill with the keeper.
Yeah, or you just silence a
But
Leok.
Yeah, true.
You don't want to, but you could.
You could. I
I'm
think
just-
it's not that efficient.
I'm
Like
just
you rather wanna kill a buzzard, for example.
Sure. And there's a White Rose coming for Kaldi. He really wants to have it because he can play a turn 3 Keeper of the Grove now if he wants to. So, Kaldi, end your turn. End your turn, Kaldi. End your turn. Why can't you hear me? Because your game is recorded from last week.
That might be one of the reasons, yeah.
Yeah, the only reason here. And no turn 1 play from the Oud. And White Rose incoming here. No surprise. No surprises happened. And he can play turn 3 Keeper of the Grove now because he has so many mana crystals and I like it. Early deadly shot for the Oud could be really useful against a Druid, especially if there is Druid of the Claw incoming and stuff. We already see Ragnaros in his hand. Starfall. 1 Starfall is kind of, yeah, let's not say standard in Ramp Druid, but we see it more and more often, especially because
Makes sense.
he plays Sylvanas. I would say if he plays Starfall, he plays Sylvanas because you want to Starfall your Sylvanas, or you want to Starfall after you killed a Savannah Highmane, or to kill Hyenas if he plays Hyenas, to instant kill those 2/2 minions.
It's also really strong together with an Azure Drake or a Selnus, because you actually get a decent board clear, because that's the thing Druids struggle with most. To clear a lot of minions. They have a swipe for 4 damage and 1/1/1/1, but that's not too much.
Absolutely. And those 2 damage just kill Hyenas, so if he plays 2 Hyenas at the same time, you could swipe 1, but then the other one gets buffed up. But with a Starfall, you can obviously kill 2 Hyenas at the same time.
Oh, nice.
That's always good.
2
Main
harvest
problem
bones.
here, main problem here for Kaldi is he has no follow-up. So turn 6 incoming, no more minions to lie down in theory.
Not yet.
And the Oud has a full hand, and you really, like, you don't want to play Houndmaster for no
He
value.
could play Timberwolf Coin Houndmaster though.
But you don't want to play your Timberwolf just for a Houndmaster.
Without the Unleash combo. That's
That's
true.
just too much damage to waste here. You could now go Keeper, Hero Ability, Kill. That would work. Wouldn't be beautiful, but it would work.
It's still worth to go for it.
If you go for Druid of the Claw, you have to taunt him up. And if you taunt him up, he's too squishy, in my opinion. Like, he's too... Not too squishy, that's wrong. But he can be killed by the Hunter, by Hunter's Mark, Board Control, for example. And you don't want to take the risk of this happening. So I would go for Keeper, Hero Ability, take that damage in your face.
Looks like he agrees with you.
That's
Little
good.
Kaldi.
He should agree with me. That's a good play, Kaldi. we should Skype after this, Kaldi. No problem, bro.
You're gonna call him?
Yeah, I'm gonna call him tonight, like 3 o'clock. I'm gonna yell at him how well he played here. That's my secret plan.
If he manages to win. Because dude is not out of this yet.
Absolutely not. Hunter plays from the back always. Hunter is not playing fast forward. If you don't if you not get your standard super draw, you can play from the back by just dropping Savannah High Main. Super big minion. No problem here.
Next turn you can even throw out a second one. Or Houndmaster up.
And now he could Savannah High Main. He could face his manipulator, the Savannah High Main. That's a possible play.
That's a good one.
Or just Starfall the High Main and trade with your minions on the board. Also possible.
Yeah.
That would just vaporize High Main value before he really gets Houndmaster High Main rolling.
Well,
if you see that,
Houndmaster would be great for him now because he could just big game hunter it. And there aren't that many minions that you can big game hunter in a hunter's deck. Like
exactly
there
zero.
Are only the high mains with the Houndmaster or potentially a really fat hyena.
Absolutely. And that's your main problem always with the big game hunter. Against some decks, he's almost useless, only in special cases. And he just goes full face mode, which I think is extremely cool here. Down to 12.
And he has 5 damage on his hand, plus potential of Ragnaros. So I would expect him to throw down Ragnaros next turn.
Ragnaros should be possible. And with Starfall, he can always clear the board. So Ragnaros could go for the face.
Yeah.
What are you going to do, the Theude? He has a good hand. I mean, except that he's missing an Unleash, which he really want to have. But what do you want to do now? Do you want to kill that Druid of the Claw? Your Deadly Shot is kind of useless. If you Deadly Shot, you might hit a Golem. And that's wasty, I would almost say.
It is. Damn.
If you taunt up your minion, it's not strong enough to hold off the whole board of your enemy, and you're already down to 12. You need to take care. It is tricky. A tricky decision.
Doesn't look good for the Theude.
Well, he's down to 12.
He can't play the Houndmaster.
And there's just that Ragnaros incoming. If he hits, he would be down to 4.
He can't play the Timberwolf either.
Sure, can play the Timberwolf.
No.
That would make no sense at all. Playing the Timberwolf.
Yeah, would buff the Savannah High main. And then it's in range for big game hunter. So you definitely don't want to go for that. You could play the boar and buff it up. But then it's really tough to treat for you.
It's always tough here to make the right decision. You could also go YOLO Deadly Shot and maybe kill that 4/4.
You mean 50-50?
If you kill him, that would be perfect.
trade the other one.
You could just trade here, Keeper of the Grove. Take your 33% chance of killing it or not killing it. I mean, risky play, ballsy play, worstly play if it works. In most cases, he will go for maybe Houndmaster up, War, as you said. I would definitely trade the 4/4 Druido's Claw. You don't want to leave it on the board. You don't want to leave him the chance of Faces Manipulatoring, for example. TI.Theude. Why are you trolling us so hard?
It's not trolling, it's just thinking.
For the viewers, it always has to seem that those players are thinking really slow. But if you're in such a situation where you actually play in a tournament about money and everything, you just take your time. You just consider everything twice or 3 times or 5 times before you actually mess up something. You might not see an important play and lose the game.
Big Game Hunter Inc.
Big Game Hunter hype.
Big Game Hunter Starfall hype.
He can also just Faces Manipulator that 8/5.
And then, oh yeah,
trade
that's
with
what
his
he's gonna
golems.
do. No, why trade? Faceless Big Game Hunter.
Yeah, but no.
And then trade the small ones with the golems.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He needs to trade the small ones. You don't want to let those small ones running around there super annoying.
Ouch.
And we don't like super annoying.
No, we don't like that. Boom.
But Big Game Hunter he needs to play. Big Game Hunter he needs to play. Yes, sir. We're waiting for your move. But this time Kaldi's mouse is moving, so we know he's here. That's always good. You can also play Big Game Hunter and just Mark of the Wild up one of his minions to trade, or to trade with the Houndmaster.
What? Why wouldn't you? Like, this is the perfect faceless.
Absolutely, it's a perfect faces, but he might consider as not so worthy since he sees Ragnaros in his hand. And he might want to play 2 turns later Ragnaros and then turn after that Faceless Manipulator. That would be greedy.
That would be
but
stupid.
It's a possible suggestion here why he's considering not playing his Faceless Manipulator instantly.
It means 8/5 with Taunt and Death Rattle. Like, what? Okay.
Doesn't matter if you play Unleash the Hounds, Timberwolf. You just end Hunter's Mark. You just kill him. Kill those wolves with the Timberwolf Hounds. So I understand why he's thinking about not or yes doing it.
Oh,
but I would definitely trade. It's okay to go for the phase. I mean, he's down to 8. You can win rather instant.
The Ragnaros. Go all in.
There's a Kodo in his hand. That's good. And he has 8 damage on the board. Together with Leroy, 14. Together with Timberwolf and Hero Ability, 18 damage. It's not 24, 25. So considering that is rather risky. He really needs an Unleash, but he sadly doesn't have one. And I don't see any options drawing an Unleash. What he needs to do is get that high main killed with the Deadly Shot. I'm just saying. That would be perfect. That would be perfect. Not gonna add anything more. That would be perfect. If he had an Unleash, he could just run his Leroy in, for example. Trade his 2 hyenas with 2 golems. They respawn. And then he unleashes the hounds and kills everything on the board. That would be beautiful. He could exactly kill everything on the board with that play if he does it right. That would be super beautiful and well played. But since he doesn't have an unleash, that play is not possible here. He thinks about Kodoing, I would say, and well, he still needs to deadly shot just randomly and hope he actually kills that Savannah High main. He cannot run 2 minions in. That would hurt too much.
Well, looks like he's gonna do that.
Well, at the moment he's just considering Kodo.
Yeah.
He might just run in his 4-3 and his 2-2, which would be not so cool. Or he just plays Timberwolf, for example, or just goes for Explosive Trap. In the end, Kaldi will just trade everything, play Ragnaros, win the game. He kills one of those, but in the end, that makes no difference.
Nope.
If he played it different, like first trade here, I mean, he thought about trading anyways, so he could have played that Kodo 1 turn later. And here, there is the Explosive Trap. If he attacks, everything dies. But he doesn't need to attack. He just runs everything into the Kodo. End the turn. GG. Win here for Kaldi.
Yep. But he's just gonna take his time. He's just gonna be all like, nah.
Yeah, just calculate
So many
everything
options.
once or twice again.
What?
Never wrong.
Did you actually calculate there?
Well, he could, if you don't see your options, you could also play Mark of the Wild on the big game
I would
hunter.
expect them to see it.
And there's 1 minion, 2 minions,
Hooray, Ragnar's hype.
3 and Ragnaros incoming, and there we have. Oh, he really wants to test everything. And there's Ragnaros incoming. End turn, GG here. And that's 2-0 for vVv versus Innovation. So they are working